Hey guys, I'm John J. Binaba and welcome back to another keyboard-related video. In today's video, we will review the Akko ACR81, a budget gasket mount keyboard for only $70. First, I need to preface this by disclaiming that Akko did send this keyboard out for review, but this will not affect my opinions on it. Akko did not get early access on this review, and Akko is watching this review the same time you do. But with that out of the way, let's start with the video. Akko is targeting the budget crowd with this release. As I've said in the intro, the ACR81 is a budget gasket-mounted keyboard made out of acrylic. It comes in 4 colors: white, black, pink, and blue as I have here. The keyboard is translucent in nature because of the stacked acrylic case, and it weighs as much as my Tom 680. As the name implies, the Akko ACR81 is a 75% keyboard, which in my opinion is the best layout for a 75%. The layout follows the likes of the TGR Tomo, non-exploded arrow and navigation keys, and a blocker to separate the arrow keys to the bottom row, all while separating the function keys up top. This means that the keyboard is compact horizontally while giving breathing room for the R1 keys up top. The keyboard is composed of 4 stacked acrylic layers, and in between those are gaskets for the plate. It's held together by Allen screws flanked on each corner as well as the top and bottom center of the keyboard. It being stacked acrylic, we must be careful in handling it. Though in my use, using it with a laptop outside and with a computer for a week, I haven't had any problems with the durability of the keyboard. It exhibited no cracks, scratches, or dings, while being held in multiple places and being carried in a small laptop bag. As stated in my modding video, the PCB is north-facing, which will limit your keycaps and switch choices because of the interference. But to cut it short, if you use Akko CS switches as well as other long pole switches, it wouldn't exhibit cherry profile interference. Alternatively, you could use Akko's ASA keycap set to mitigate the problems with the cherry profile keycaps because ASA is a higher profile than cherry. The PCB looks to have supported screw-in stabs, but Akko clarified that screw-in stab support is only for the mod series, as the plates provided in the ACR series are meant for plate mounts. Another problem is that the screw hole for the spacebar is for 7U, but the layout only supports 6.25U. Speaking of the mod series, subscribe to see me unbox and take a hands-on look at the Mod 007 coming up next week. Some of you asked about the underglow after adding the tape mod, and I am happy to report that the underglow is still bright even with 2 layers of tape mod. But stock, the underglow RGB is plenty bright. This, however, can be turned off alternatively. The Akko ACR series can be programmed for macros internally. You could also change the RGB color and transition of the keys, as well as the underglow built in. The manual also states the various function layers you could use. And lastly, the PCB supports 3 and 5 pin switches. I tested it out with some of my switches like the Akko Matcha, JWK Lagoons, GAT Yellows, and GAT Blacks, and they seem to work fine. The plate is made out of FR4, the same material used to make PCBs. It provides a softer typing experience compared to aluminum. The plate is sandwiched by gaskets, specifically 3.5mm EVA foam gaskets, which in my use, provides little to no flex on the keyboard. I wish Akko could have changed it to Poron or a thinner, more bouncier material to give the keyboard more flexiness out of the box. An upside though is that you could change it to D65 gaskets from KBD fans to mitigate this problem. Surprisingly, the stabilizers are pre-lubed out of the box, and they do not rattle, but they are not clipped. Here's a sound test of the before and after relubing and clipping them. They are plate mounted and do not exhibit any wobble. The FR4 has high tolerances for these stabs. I've tested this keyboard for a week with both Akko Matcha Linears and JWK Lagoons, and with tape mod and PE foam mod. They were able to feel and sound great. The keyboard, however, has a low typing angle even with the included rubber feet. If you're going to purchase this keyboard, I'd suggest you buy a wrist rest or even rubber bump-ons to heighten the keyboard profile a little bit more. Back to the typing feel, the keyboard was able to give an even typing experience throughout the whole row because of the gasket implementation, and even the stabs need only a touch to no lubing at all. But with that said, I think modifying this keyboard can help this out in the long run. To recap what I did in the modding video, I've added 2 layers of tape mod as well as 0.5mm of PE foam to the PCB. This is to give a more satisfying sound for the keyboard. In the end, it turned out great for both setups, both linears and tactiles. To conclude, is the Akko ACR81 worth its asking price of 3,699 pesos? For me, if you're a beginner and want to step up from pre-builds, this is a great budget option as it, along with its smaller cousins, provide a gasket-mounted, hot swap experience that for the price is unheard of. With a couple of mods, you could even make this sound even better. Plus, it comes with a free, great quality coiled cable as a cherry on top. Once again, I'm Johan J. Villanueva, and tune in to future videos as I will be reviewing a board from Banggood and quite possibly a Mod 007, so stay tuned and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.